episode 43 of the Knifty Knitting Ninja podcast. As always, I am your host, Abigail Wright. And yeah, I'm coming to you from a very rainy mid-Missouri day. It's almost 1 o'clock p.m. here. So we're just in that time of year where it kind of rains a lot and we haven't been seeing the sun a whole lot. So yeah, if the lighting isn't great, I'm so sorry, but there's really nothing that I can do about it at this point. But I thought that I would sit down and do a podcast today. It's been a couple months, and I'll get to the reason why here in a little bit. But I thought it would be a good day to actually sit down and podcast here. Let me actually scoot over a little bit. There you go. That's a little bit better lighting. I thought that I would sit down and podcast today because I'm trying not to knit or crochet too much because, yeah, don't know what I did. It was pulsing and really painful last night and painful this morning, and it still hurts. So I'm not sure how I injured my wrist, but I'm trying to just rest it today, not overuse my fingers or my wrist too much. So that's why I'm podcasting instead of knitting. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it because it's a knitting podcast. So we're gonna get into everything else a little bit later. We're gonna start off with works in progress. I've been really good at being very monogamous with my projects lately, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm never monogamous with my projects, so I'm wondering what's going on with my knitting style and what's changing up. Anyways, I am knitting this. Oh shoot, I cannot show this to you guys because Pearl's probably watching. Anyways, I'm knitting this out of Sweet Roll yarn. Here's all the information. It's 100% acrylic. And I have 10 balls of it so far. I'm using a Susan Bates crochet hook. If it'll focus. Come on, focus. It's an eye hook. But yeah, it's coming along. I'm just gonna show that much. And so it's really beautiful and it's coming along. I almost forgot that I couldn't show it to you guys until I remember that my little 10-year-old sister-in-law, Pearl, really likes to watch the podcast, so I don't really want to spoil it right now. Because that may or may not be a Christmas gift for her. I do have it up on my project page on my Ravelry projects, and at the end of this video you can find out my information of where to find me everywhere. But I don't have any pictures yet, but I do have the information over on my Ravelry project page. But guys, words are failing me. After only having 4 hours of sleep last night and a very long work week, words are just failing me. Knitting. This is a knitting show. We're not going to talk about work. Maybe a little bit later. This isn't the section to do it. Did I mention that today I'm going to not do different sections? I'm just going to run it all together to cut down on editing because I've got a ton to pack into today. And it's already 1 o'clock, so I'm running out of time. This, you guys, this has been my mainly monogamous knit. And what this is the very, very kind Annette, Mama Grizzly Knits on Instagram. She kindly gifted me the Faded Comfort Cardi, I think it is, by Andrea Mowry, for my birthday. And so I started it, guys, and I am hand dyeing this whole yarn myself. This is from my yarn company, the Psychedelic Sheep, hand dyeing all this yarn. It's in this beautiful, and it's it's actually, let me turn my monitor back on and then I can actually see what I'm doing. It's showing up more blue. It's more of a green toned seafoam color, minty green. Yeah, I just started with that, and then as you can see here, it's got some pink speckles. They look purple, but I promise it's pink. It's got some pink speckles here, and I'm fading in the speckles, and then I'm going to start fading in my different colors that I wanted to go down to. I separated for the sleeves, and I'm a row past the sleeves, so I'm not much past the sleeves, as you guys can see here. For the sleeves, I had two 16-inch cords for my shorties interchangeables, which, let me tell you guys, having interchangeable needles, game changer. Total game changer. Changed how I knit. It's changed my life. They're a game changer. So I put each one of the sleeves on a 16-inch circular, put these little end buttons on so that the stitches don't fall off. And then that way I can try it on and not having to worry about things slipping off of waste yarn or waste yarn breaking or anything. So I've been working on this. The only reason why I've stopped recently is because I'm to where I need to fade in my next color, and I don't have that dyed up quite yet. So that's the only reason why I've stopped. I am using my Knit Picks Shorties Interchangeables in the Caspian Wood color. It's on a 40-inch cord right now, and these are US 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter. The pattern actually calls for you to use 6s for the body and 5 for like the ribbing. I used 5s because that's what I got gauge on. So yes, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited for this. So this is just living in my, actually I don't think I've shown this bag before. This is by my friend Christina Webb. Her business is Totally Totes. It's got this fun yellow floral print on the inside. Then it's got this gray and white and black print on the outside with all these knitting terms all over it. And this is actually a really nice size bag. It's a medium-sized project bag, so you can easily fit a shawl in here. My sweater, I mean, I'm done with the top half and I just have to knit the bottom half, and there's still a ton of room in here, guys. Like, great bag. And it's just a simple drawstring, as you saw. I'll put that over here. Put that over here too. Everything's a mess today, guys. I don't have show notes. I'm not organized. But who is? Right? As goes life. So living in this bag, which is not by my friend Christina Webb, but it's in the same fabric. This is by Willow Island Designs, and I got both of these bags from my local yarn shop, Fleeces to Pieces, which if you guys are ever in Camdenton, Missouri, or if you're passing through, she's right on the square. Stop in and see her. Audrey is amazing and kind and wonderful, so you guys should go see her. Seriously. She has an amazing, well-curated yarn shop. Oh, it's amazing. And she's just amazing. So, I got a new cord and needle connectors today. I've already been into town and back. So I'm gonna pull this beast out. You guys haven't seen this in a while. I don't think you've seen it in a while. You haven't seen anything in a while because I haven't podcasted in a while. I'm a mess today, guys. I'm just a hot mess, and I'm sorry that you have to deal with me. If you're even hanging on and watching this far in. So this is my Cozy Memories blanket, and as you can see, we still have some ends. Well, we have a lot of ends to weave in, but we're not going to focus on that. So I've put some new squares in. On New Year's Eve, this was the last square of 2017. So then I put this square in, and I've put this square in, and I haven't done too much work on here, but I'm starting to work on it again because I really, really want it to snuggle up under and put on my couch whenever I get my own house, which I will talk about more later. But yeah, I've put this square in, which you guys will see this yarn again in a minute. Put this square in. This is the Psychedelic Sheep Snowflake colorway on the Stardust base, which is my sparkle base. I made Mom a pair of Mercury socks out of this, and that's also on my Reverly project page. I don't have them to show you because I've already gifted them to her. Those were part of her Hanukkah gifts. And then this was a yarn that was sent to me, and I'm working on this square. I think I'm going to do one more square. I'm going to make it 15 squares across by 17 squares high. And that'll be a pretty good throw size. And, you know, me and my guy, we are not super big people, so I feel like a throw size is more than big enough for both of us to kind of cuddle under. So I feel like that's a good size. It doesn't need to be king size. It doesn't need to be king bed size. I'm just at a point where I kind of want to have it done so I can snuggle under it. So there's the beginning. It goes all the way over here and all the way over here, because I'm trying to get all my squares blocked out so that I can start building on my foundation and I won't have to block them out this way anymore. I think I'm going to do the same with the top. The top already has some squares going up, but I need 4 more squares on top of this strip that I have here. So I'm going to go 4 squares up. I'm sorry, 6 squares up. And that'll be that. I am working this. These needles were gifted to me a long time ago. I believe they are, if I can get this right. Focus. Oh, focus enough. These are the Rainbow Wood Knit Picks needles, and they are fixed circulars. And these are in the US 2 size, which I believe is a 2.75 millimeter, I think. I used to know all my millimeter needle sizes, and now I don't. I'm so bad. I'm just gonna stuff the beast back in the bag. But something that I also really love about this bag is it's got like a little zipper pull on it. And I think I tried to show this a couple times, and it just didn't. It's still not working out great, but it's got this little, like, can you focus, please? Really would love this to focus. Oops. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys, my bag was pressing on the keyboard and something popped up. This is going to be really hard to show. I am sorry, guys. This is awkward. But yeah, it's got this little stitch marker on here, and then this little charm that says, possibility begins with imagination. Really, really love that. That did not feel good on my wrist. Shouldn't have done that. But I wanted to show you guys. So, that's actually all the current whips that I have. I know. Who am I? Where's Abigail? Because usually I have several projects on the go with a little bit done on each, but I've been very monogamous, and I think my knitting style has changed in that way, because I feel like for some reason this year I'm being really monogamous with my knitting, and I'm also doing a lot of gift knitting, which I don't do either. So I don't know what's changing, but I'm trying to straighten my appearance up a little bit. I'm a hot mess today, guys. I'm so sorry. But we're going to move on to FOs so that you can see all the finished pretties. So, this has been finished for a while and it needs another good blocking. This, and all of these, I'm just going to say this right now, all of everything that I'm showing you is up on my Reverly project page, so if you want to know something about something, then head on over there. You can check it out. This is the Bandana Cow by Pearl Soho, and I don't have the yarn over here with me, but it's a Lion Brand's Scarfie, I believe, in the black to cobalt colorway. I knit these on size US 11 needles, and it's amazing, guys. This is actually part acrylic, but I think it's like 30% wool. I love it. Like, it's, like I said, it needs another good block, but it sits nicely, it keeps the back of my neck warm, and it's not too tight around my neck, but it's also a style piece, like it looks really nice. I kind of tuck this piece into my coat when I go to work, and because it's got that wool content, it keeps me nice and toasty and warm. So it's really, really nice. Took me about a day and a half to make, so really quick. The pattern was really simple and easy to read. So, yeah, finished that quite a while ago, back in February or the end of January, I think. So, yeah. My hair kind of looks like I have dreadlocks. It just needs washed. I promise I did not get dreadlocks while I was away. I'm going to show socks before I show hats. So I recently finished these. I decided that I wanted to do the box of socks this year, which is hosted by Vine of the Yarngasm podcast, Kristen. So I've kind of fallen off that bandwagon a little bit, but I purchased Mina Phillips' 2 sock clubs that she's running this year. I believe it's the Cozy Sock Club, and then she has 2 of them, and I joined them both because you got a discount if you did. And I'm sorry if you could hear my phone buzzing. That's probably my guy texting me, and I don't ever get on the phone when I'm on a podcast, but I wanted to make sure he's not coming up before he's supposed to, because then I'd have even less time to show you guys stuff. So I finished these. These were from a Show Me Yarn sock blank that I got at Fiber U this year, which is my local fiber festival in the summer. So yeah, these were a very fun sock blank. It was called Taste the Rainbow. Again, all the details on my Revelry project page. And it was a single strand sock blank, so as you can tell, these are definitely sisters, not twins. And I put in black heels and toes. They're so fun. And guys, look at this. Sparkle! Oh my gosh! They still need to be blocks so that I can actually put them in my box. But yeah, they are so fun. And I'm actually gonna peel these off of my sock blockers for the time being, so I can put these other ones on. The ones that I just showed you, the rainbow ones, those were January socks. And like I said, I haven't even started March socks, so I'm slightly falling off this bandwagon a little bit. But I'm sure that my sock mojo will come back, and then I'll, whip out a pair, 2 pairs in a month, and I'll be all caught up again. No big deal. And technically, I did make my mom a pair of lace pattern socks, which took forever. So technically, I am on count for my 3 pairs of socks. So these were the first socks in Mina Phillips' club. She has one that's for beginners, and then one for intermediate beginners. And this was for the beginner, the first pattern. This is the Rest Feber socks. And it's just a very simple texture pattern, and I'm not going to say how you do it because this is a paid for exclusive club at the moment. It will still be paid for, but no longer be exclusive next year when the club is over. I did a 2x2 rib, and this band in the middle is because She only does it on one side, but I decided to do it on both sides, and that's just how the stitch count worked out, doing it on both sides. But you know what? I still love it. I think it gives it a very tailored look. And I did a fish lipscus heel. Just try to cover that up a little bit, cover up that hole. And there's a little bit of a gusset. I used her modified heel flap gusset, mini heel flap gusset on these socks, which I am finding fits my foot a lot better than just the fish kiss lip seal. So that's what I mean. These are January socks. The other ones were February's because those were my birthday socks. My birthday was at the beginning of last month, February 1st. So I cast on some sparkly, fun rainbow socks for my birthday. And then this is actually a hat that I've made for my guy, and I've been wanting to make him one for a long time. He didn't actually request it, but I knew that he was going to love it, so I really wanted to make him one. It's just a simple hat that I improvised, and the brim is actually knitted on after the whole hat's knitted, so I kind of did that and made it into a double brim, and this is actually the inside, but it's reversible, guys. It's reversible. So there's the yellow side, and as you can tell, there's that double brim, and this is his favorite color, like this deep goldenrod honey color. It's his favorite color. So, oh, that's a really good representation of the color right there. That's really accurate. But I wanted to make him a reversible gray and yellow hat for the longest time. Don't know why, it was just in my head. Wanted to make it. So this is double thick because it's a double reversible hat. So it's just simple hat, and I can tell you guys, this is his favorite hat. Like, he takes it to work, and he takes it everywhere with him. He doesn't leave home without this hat, which makes me feel really good that he loves it so much. But so this really is his favorite hat, and the reason why I have it right now, because we don't live together. For those of you who don't know, I'm not the kind of person that lives with my significant other before I potentially get married to them. I just don't. So we're going to leave it at that. But the reason why I have it right now is because he was mortified when he found a little hole. And I think this was my bad when I was doing the double brim. I think I messed up. But he found a little hole where the stitch was loose. And he was so distraught over it. And I said, you know what? It's okay. I'll take it home and I'll fix it. It's fine. So that's where I fixed it. Cover up my face. Turn my computer screen back on so I can see what I'm doing. That's where I fixed it. Right there. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. So I'm actually going to see him later today, and so he can have his hat back, and you will hopefully be happy over that. Okay, one more FO, I promise. So I can't tell you guys how excited I am about this hat. I actually have the yarn to show you. This is it in the cake. This is it in the hat. So this is Mountain Colors yarn, and actually I'm going to pull out the tag because I can't remember exactly. A couple days ago I knew, but it's out. Mountain Colors, beautiful hand-painted yarns. Is it going to focus? Don't know. But so here's all the information. It's a little hard to see. It is 85% merino wool, 15% silk, 240 yards per skein. and it's in the colorway Summerberry. It is a DK weight, so I'm just going to stick that back in there because I don't want to lose that. One of those baby Japanese beetles on my wall, and I hate those things. Had to get it. Sorry. Yeah, that's it in the skein. I refer to it as chaos in a skein, which is like putting me into a skein of yarn. So I couldn't resist. This will be the last skein of yarn for me though for a while, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. But yeah, this actually has a double brim, so it's double thick, and it muted out a lot whenever I knit it up. I think that it looks very nice, like a watercolor. I'm calling it my watercolor hat. And this big foofy pom-pom, just, oh my gosh. You guys, I love it so much. I really, really love it. It takes the cake with this hat. And the pom-pom just, it's amazing. Especially with this amazing yarn. So, this was on sale at Joann's, and it's actually a hair tie, which I don't know who would wear it as a hair tie. If that's your thing, please don't be offended. But I personally would not wear it as a hair tie. Anyways, I just pulled it through the middle of the hat with a crochet hook and knotted it, so that I can unknot it and take it off if I need to wash the hat. So this is my version of the pop top pom-pom with the little buttons on the end. I just don't have a button, but I made it work. Haha. And you know what? Nobody knows the difference. Nobody knows that this is not a pom-pom that belongs on a hat. So, but yeah, you guys, you can really see that silk in there. You can see how lovely, lovely this drape is. So, it's amazing, and I love it. It's my favorite hat, actually. My very, very favorite. I'm sorry, my throat's a little froggy. Let me grab a drink. My throat's been a little froggy all day. Sorry. By the way, guys, this stuff, it's where it's at. All natural, no added sugars, and it tastes amazing. It's where it's at. So that's all that I have for knitting content. If you're not interested in life stuff or shop stuff, then I will see you next on my podcast, and thank you so much for hanging with me and joining me today and letting me use up about 30 minutes of your time. If you do choose to stick around, and we're going to kind of speed this up a little bit, we might have a shortcut in the video because this only takes 30-minute video and I'm at 28 minutes right now. I did do some dyeing, but I have not had the opportunity to take photos or work on any of the listings, so I'm not going to show you any of those skeins right now. I will probably show them next on my podcast, or you guys can always pop in and check out the shop as well. So there's no shop news this time. And obviously I was going to dye today, but I can't because I'm just letting healing happen. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, and so I'm going to actually cut the video here because I don't want it to cut off this next thing that I have to say because it's really important. So, well, it's important to me, so I don't want it to cut off, so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, the next thing that I have to say is that throughout this episode, you might have noticed something extra that hasn't been in the other episodes leading up to this one. And you guys might have noticed this. If it'll focus. Why do I have focusing issues? There we go. So you guys might have noticed that I have a bit of jewelry there that wasn't there before. Try and get it to focus again, sorry. Ah! Okay. We're gonna try this again. Let's try to get it to focus. There we go. So this is a fire opal. And it is a engagement ring. So I am engaged and I am going to get married, obviously, because that's what engagement means, duh. So our big day is October 8th. So I have just over 6 months to plan, and we already have our venue booked. I already have my dress picked out, and I'm getting that paid off. So we're getting a lot of stuff done. I think tomorrow night we're going to order our invitations and our RSVPs. So that's exciting. We're getting a lot done. And yeah, you can tell I'm a little out of breath. I'm really excited. And just trying to get it all out at once, I think. But I do need to slow down so that you guys can understand me. So yeah, I'm getting married October 8th, and I couldn't be happier, guys. He's wonderful. He's the best second chance that I think I've ever had in life. Because as you guys know, I've been married before, and that ended in a really abusive marriage that got dissolved in a divorce, thankfully, because he was really abusive, so I didn't want to stay in that marriage. But no, the time's come for me to start thinking about my future again, and like I said, he's so wonderful and amazing. He is truly my best second chance that I've had in life. And even though sometimes we might not always agree with each other, you know, I know that he's my best second chance, and we're gonna have our disagreements, but at the end of the day, we're still gonna love each other, and we're still gonna want to be married. So that's exciting. And so yeah, I will probably keep you guys updated on all the wedding planning and what all is going on in the upcoming 6 months. Now, I know that my podcasts aren't regular. I'd like to get back to regularly filming sometime. I don't know how soon I'll get back to that. It might be next year before I get back to it. But I will try the best that I can. We've decided that we're going to get a good camera, travel camera. So I will try to take some footage of our honeymoon. I believe that we're thinking about going down to Lakeland, Florida for our honeymoon. And so yeah, we are planning out all those little fun details, and it's I will try to keep you guys in the loop, and when the time gets nearer, I will probably disappear for a little bit because I'll be getting married and going on my honeymoon and moving house, and so all that. And that's another thing, guys. I'm gonna have my own house. So I've never lived in my own house. Even when I was married to my ex-husband, we lived in his parents' house. I've never lived in my own house before. I've never had my own kitchen or any of that, so I'm super, super excited. And I'm already making plans for that as well. So, yeah, we're super excited. And I actually have plans for this. And this is Nitpicks Felici. And it's bare, so that means that it's not dyed. I'm sorry, I don't know why I have focusing issues with my camera. But it's undyed. And so the plans I have for this is I've decided I want to make myself a wedding shawl because it's in October and the nights could get a little cool, so I just wanted to have a shawl to wrap around my shoulders when I'm in my dress. So I've decided I want to knit the Pebble Beach shawl. Get a little closer so that you guys can see. So I'm going to knit the Pebble Beach shawl, and I feel like that's elegant because it's got a little bit of lace and some eyelets, but it's not going to be so patterned that it's going to distract from the lace that's on my dress. So I feel like that's a really good choice, and I actually had, again, the wonderful Audrey from Fleeces to Pieces Yarn Shop. She has offered to actually provide some yarn and help me knit some of them because I would really love to knit one for each one of my girls in my bridal party as their bridesmaids gifts and to keep them warm as well. And then we can all kind of match. Mine is going to be white, obviously, or undyed as you saw, and our wedding colors are like coral and then mint. So the men will be in mint and the ladies will be in that beautiful orangey coral color. So I wanted to find some mint yarn and make them the Pebble Beach shawl, each one of them in the mint, so that the mint goes with their dresses, but then they still kind of match me a little bit, and I can't wait, you guys. I think it's going to be so amazing, but that means that I have to knit 4 of these shawls in 6 months, so I'm really, really glad that Miss Audrey volunteered to help, because I feel like I'm going to need it. And I'm just going to put this out there. You are in no way obligated to do this or contact me or anything. You're not obligated to do anything. Just as an FYI, just only if you want to. So I am going to put a call out and see if someone wants to help me with this little project for my wedding. And I'm knitting all medium-sized Pebble Beach shawls. And I want to know if anybody would be willing to help me knit 1 or even 2 of those. I would be willing to send you the yarn, and then you can knit it up and send it back, and that would help me out a bunch. Obviously I'm knitting mine, but I have 3 others that I would like to knit as well. So if anybody has a little bit of time on their hands where they would really like to help me out, I would appreciate it so, so much. I know that this community of knitters is amazing, and like I said, you guys are in no way obligated to help me out with this or volunteer or even contact me, but if you would like to, I would appreciate it so much, and I would love knowing that I had several different people from the knitting community involved in my wedding a little bit. So that's that, and I think I'm gonna leave it there and wrap it up because it is 1:30 heading towards 2. So I've got some other things that I'd like to do today before my fiance gets up here. So yeah, good stuff going on, and I will try not to leave it to be 2 months before I podcast again. No guarantees though. I've been really, really busy with work. Been crazy hours at my job. They've been working me 5 days a week at crazy hours, and then I had a really bad night last night. Like I said, I only slept 4.5 hours. So I might slink away and try to get a nap before he comes up here because I'm really tired, guys. So much so that I actually have dark circles under my eyes that you can't probably see on the podcast, but I walked into my yarn shop today and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Julie, you have a black eye." So that's telling me that I need more sleep. Anyways, guys, I'm going to stop talking at you, and I'm going to let you get on with your day if you stuck with me this far. As always, thank you for watching. If you're if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and putting up with my hot mess of a person every podcast. And if you're a new viewer, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I apologize for this hot mess of a person. Bye guys, I'll see you later.